out. Don't go screaming and yelling and slamming doors in your house when you and your husband have an argument. But remember that God has given you so much power that you can walk through your house and say, I bind the hand of the enemy in the name of Jesus. God has given you so much power that when your kids are starting to stray, don't fuss them out. Don't wear out their cell phone. Don't beg them to come to church. Learn how to loose what you need in the spiritual realm. You can't fight this battle with your hands and your fists. You can't fight this battle with your tongue and your words. But some of you know that you made it to where you are today, not because of your education, not because of your association, not because of your affiliation, but some of us made it to where we are because we realized God gave us power that was better than money, power that was better than who our friends was, power that was more than our last name. I dare you to slap your neighbor a high five and shout, I got power, yes. Gotta get out of here. But grab somebody by the hand, shake it like you gonna shake it off. Tell them you got power. What am I saying? Power to walk right, power to talk right, power to pray right, power to stay right, power to live right. I said I gotta get out of here. But I wish there was one or two of you who realize that if you would just realize your purpose and your potential, that God, I said God, has given you so much power that you can walk in your classroom, lay hands on your desk, and lay hands on your mind, and say, I command my mind to absorb what I have to today. You can walk into your exam, sit down, and say, I command you to bring back to my remembrance everything I need for this exam. You're able to walk in a contrite and contrary situation and walk in and say, the power of God is sitting in here with this meeting. Is there anybody here? I said, is there anybody here that's willing to realize you've got so much purpose, so much potential, that God ain't named you Pookie. He's calling you a rock. God don't call you Peanut. He calls you a rock. God don't call you Tiny. He calls you a rock. Slap somebody by the high five and say, rock, baby. I wish you'd rock on in the name of Jesus. Trade JC for JC. Touch somebody and say, rock on. Gotta get out of here. But look at somebody. Point at them and tell them you're a bad mama jam. Don't you let anybody distract you. Don't you let anybody derail you. Don't you let anybody deter you, because God has nicknamed you with potential. Watch this. Power and purpose. And here's a bonus for you in the text. Somebody say bonus. If you realize and recognize your purpose, your potential, and your power, he's got some promises. See, that's shouting good for some of y'all in here.